Guys, so new day, new job. This time we are doing a small kitchen in Rickmansworth, and this is just a rip out day today, and then it's a Wicks kitchen going in, new flooring, new tiles. Only a small sort of galley kitchen. It's basically the same sort of layout coming through here, but extra wall units up there. Maybe it's exactly the same pretty much. So this has all got to come out. We've got to cut the worktop again at a slight angle to allow the door to open. A couple of wall units going up. Obviously sink, etc, etc. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. So let's get stuck in. I'll see you shortly. Today's video isn't going to be a very long one, guys. We come across a few issues, as we'll explain to you later, regarding the floor and the walls where the tiles were. Now, the client's not long moved into this property. They've already done the bathroom, and the kitchen was the second on their list. So we're down to replace the floor, put a new laminate down and retile the splashback. We've got a few wall units to put in. This is a Wicks flat pack kitchen. So we're just removing the oven. We did find a load of old junk mail behind that unit that the client had to sort out and dispose of. I'm just trying to get the washing machine out, which wasn't very well plumbed in. It had numerous hoses in the back, so we're going to have to replace all of those. The wiring is a bit subpar, so we will have to do some wiring as well, which I'll explain later. So we're just trying to get it all ripped out, get all these units out. Luckily they have had a combi boiler fitted, which makes taking the sink out a lot easier, because there aren't really any isolators apart from the main stop tap. But obviously with a new combi boiler, all you got to do is turn the mains off and hey presto, your water is off. So that enabled me to get the sink out. Just using the multi-tool to cut through the sinkhole to make it easier to remove the units and the worktop. Do apologise for the fridge there, because Ricky's working behind it. Obviously very small, very small kitchen, this one. Limited space to work. But yeah, we're nearly there. Just taking those last few tiles off. I keep scratching my head. I keep looking at it because I've got to do something with all this pipe work. I'll know more once I start getting the plans out and start getting all the flat pack units assembled. Ricky's just having a tidy up and he's ripping all the floor tiles up, which turned out to be vinyl. And this is where we come across a bit of an issue with the old screed. It's not in the best condition, so we will end up latexing it. But that's it, almost ripped out, ready for the next stage. So we're ripped out. You may have noticed I actually had my t-shirt inside out, or my polo inside out, but we've corrected that now. So yeah, it's all ripped out. We haven't taken every tile off the wall. Obviously we have there, across there, because that's where the oven's going to be. We've left that bit because we're not touching any of this pipe work. Effectively, that hot one can be capped and taken off, so we can do away with that. We've got temporary caps on at the minute. This tap can go. That isolator is going to be changed out for a new one. That main stopcock, we're going to turn it so that it's inside the unit. Get everything, all the units laid out where they're going to go. We're not actually sure what needs changing, so this is a Wicks flat pack kitchen. They've not given us an actual schematic, it's just photos or printed. It's just the finished kitchen pictures, which are these. So these are all we've got to work with. We haven't actually got any actual plans, so that's not a problem. We can get around that. That just gives us an idea of what goes where. So none of that's ever going to be seen really. Going to do some modifications to the waist, rejig some of the pipe work there a little bit, rejig some of that. We've got lead in the corner over there, so that's got to be looked at. Potentially left, probably going to be left. It's a standalone oven, standalone washing machine, new flooring. Then we're going to retile splashback all the way around, because that area was tiled and this area was tiled. We're looking at getting a plasterer in potentially to re-skim that section across there and down. But I'm waiting for him to get back with me with a price. So in the meantime, we're just going to throw these flat packs together, get the base units assembled so that we can jig them and get them roughly in situ. And then we can start figuring out all the little bits and pieces. I need to go through the boxes in the other room and see what's there regarding corners and stuff like that, decor panels, so on and so forth. So Ricky's just getting stuck in now, building the flat packs, and then once he's got a few assembled, we will get them in place, like I say. The joys of flat pack. See you in a bit. Okay, so Ricky is assembling a 300 base unit. I am going to start building this 1000 base unit. Now, we started doing this before we realised there was an issue with the floor. It is a screeded floor, but it's not in the best condition, as I'll explain to you in a little while. So Ricky's just flying through that 300 base unit, getting the feet on. I'm just starting to assemble the 1000 corner unit, which comes with the door in the box. Now, I'm not a fan of these Wicks flat pack kitchens because the door and everything all comes in one pack, which means you can quite easily end up with scratched doors and corner fillers. Luckily, we've been all right so far, but I've separated the doors into a separate room. We've moved all the units out. This is where we're having a chat with the client regarding the floor, and this will be coming up with our decision. Fully ripped out, all looking nice and tidy now. Started assembling a few of the units, and then come across a slight issue with the floor. So this floor has got humps and bumps in it all over. Looking at it originally, it looks pretty good, but once you put a level on it, you can see all the lumps, bumps and hollows in it. So we're laying a laminate floor on this. So after having a chat with the client, we've come up to the decision between us that we're going to latex this floor to try and get rid of all the ridges and get it as flat as possible, so that the laminate flooring sits nice and flush. So it's only 10:30, but we're quite away from home, so by the time we've gone back, unloaded the van because we've loaded all the rubbish in it, and then got the materials, it isn't worth coming back. So we're going to latex this floor tomorrow, start to finish, get it all primed properly, and then get a nice flat skim on it all. And then that way then we've got a nice solid floor surface to work on come Wednesday, and we can start putting some units in, adjusting the electrics a little bit. So we're going to have to do some rewiring on this, because this is somebody's idea of how to wire up an earth, just a bit of tape, which is bad. So they've also spurred off of that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to turn that into, keep that ring main, we're going to adjust it so the ring main will continue into this cupboard for the washing machine, into another little cupboard that's here that's going to do the ignition for the oven. This wire here, which is this one here, so that will go, and then we're going to rework this one. We're going to chase it in the wall and put it up there in a new back box. So that'll be that. That one, like I said before, that's going to go, that's going to go. Might have to readdress some of this pipe work a little bit and try and get a, and Jim can't really do a lot with that. That's a bend on a soldered bend. We might be able to take that off and put a soldered bend on to keep it a bit tighter. I need to do some measuring and see how that looks, and might have to do some adjustments. But that's not the end of the world. That's where we're at the minute anyway. So join us tomorrow for latexing. It's only a short video today, unfortunately, but it is what it is. There's always unforeseens on every job. You just have to deal with them and get on with it. So don't forget, like, share, follow, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.